This video is going to focus on how to determine the area of a triangle, and we're going to do this a little bit differently than how you may have learned this in geometry. In geometry, you were given a formula for it. That is, for any triangle that looks something like this, it would be the length times the width, or the base times the height. In this case, it would be 1/2 of b times a. Well, we're going to take this a little bit further because we want to be able to apply this to all kinds of triangles. So first of all, you might note that for angle A, the sine of angle A is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which is A over C. If you multiply both sides by C, then what you get is those C's going away on the right-hand side, leaving you with this. C times the sine of angle A is equal to side length A. So what we do is, since A is equal to this, you substitute it in here, and what we get is a formula. And this formula doesn't depend on the height. So you have 1/2 of sides B times C times the sine of angle A. And this works for any and all triangles. For example, it also works for this triangle. And you'll notice we don't have the height for this one, but it doesn't matter. Same thing for an obtuse triangle. You don't need to know the height to determine this. In fact, all you need really are two sides and the angle included. So we can write this three different ways. That's 1/2 of b times c times the sine of angle A, 1/2 of ac times the sine of b, or 1/2 ab times the sine of angle C. Again, all you need is side, angle, side. So let's do an example. Determine the area of this particular triangle. You will note that we have side, angle, side, in that we have two sides, and then those two sides come together to create an angle. This angle. This is the setup that we would need in order to utilize this formula. If you don't have side, angle, side, then you would have to use the law of sines to help figure out the missing part. So here's our formula, and what we're going to do is we're going to plug in our two sides here and here. So it's 1/2 of the two sides, and then take the sine of the angle. That's essentially it. Just plug those values into your calculator, and you'll get 106. And that's really it. We do have an alternate formula, and to use this formula, you wouldn't need side, angle, side. What you would need is you would need to know all three sides. This is the formula for it, and to kind of explain what it is, sides A, B, and C go here. So whatever your three side lengths are, that's what they are. S is simply half of the perimeter. So you'd have to add all the sides first. Then once you divided that in half, then you would be able to complete the formula out. Let's do an example. Let's say you were to determine the area of this triangle. Let's first figure out the perimeter, and then take half of that amount. So adding all three sides, 12, 16, and 24, and dividing by 2, what we get is 26. Now we're ready for the formula, so let's go ahead and write that out. And let's go ahead and plug in our sides first. That's 12, 16, and 24. That goes in for A, B, and C, and that goes in any order you like. So there we are. And since S was 26, that's half the perimeter. Let's go ahead and plug that in as well. And the rest is up to your calculator. So calculate, you get 7820, and then the square root of that value is 85. And that really does it for that. Again, all you need really is just to know the value of all three sides in order to use this formula. That's it for this one. I'll see you next time.